Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon. We're talking about movies, obviously shows, whatever the case may be. So I just thought I'd do another quick little video here, folks. So yeah, I guess this time around, again, I'll be talking about one of the theme parks, I guess you can say. And yeah, this has something to do with the fact that I just figured I'd be talking about one of their theme parks again because unfortunately something happened, something broke, I guess you can say. It was one of the lamps, of course. And yeah, this individual was just one of these guests where she was just visiting Hollywood Studios when she saw something unexpected. It was quite surprising, I guess you can say. Yeah, one of these things broke, unfortunately. So once you get into the theme park, you'd be expecting everything to be fine. But no, there's a huge lamppost that was laying on the floor, surrounded by shrouded glass and whatnot. The lamppost had been broken off of its base and crashed onto the ground, of course, right in the middle of the street where guests are walking by to make their way to the front porch of the theme park, of course. Cast members surround the lamppost and shrouded glass to protect the guests from getting walking on it and whatnot. So there's that. So yes, there's some pictures right here, as you can see, folks. It's pretty damaged, I guess you can say, unfortunately. So yikes. I'm not sure how long that was there, folks. I'm not sure how long it would have been weakened, I guess you can say. So there's that. Yeah, of course, it has to be dealt with, it has to be cleaned. Obviously, all the glass is shot all over the place. So, of course, the cast members, the people who work there, will have to make sure that no one gets hurt, of course. And by the looks of it, no one was near it, maybe, and no one's got hit by it, thankfully. So, yeah, according to some reports, the lap post thing has either been replaced or repaired, but it is back up, I guess, and whatnot. So there's that. So I get this wasn't the only time that this kind of a thing has occurred, of course. But just hopefully that things would be fixed up and whatnot. Hopefully things would be better next time, I suppose. So because of the fact that you're gonna have guests coming in and whatnot, and everybody just wants to have fun. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. So these kind of things are expected to happen. You just don't want to see it, and you don't expect to see it. I mean, like I said, of course there's gonna be a lot of people there. Of course, something major is gonna be broken during, or maybe after or before park hours. Someone this has happened at the Disney's Hollywood Studios, to be more exact, of course. So that unfortunately is a thing. Yeah, this does happen, folks. So yeah, just they can afford it to fix it, of course. I'm not sure how old this lamppost is and whatnot. So I guess he must have found it on his own, I guess, and whatnot. So unfortunately, this was a thing. It happened. So by the looks of it, like nobody was really hurt, really. Thankfully, no one really got hurt. Like there was no critical injuries. Nobody was sent to the hospital. Nobody was sent to any kinds of places like that. So at least no one was hurt. So that's a positive thing there, I guess. No major injuries, nothing at all. So there you go, I guess. So anyway, so luckily no one was injured during this incident. So yeah, of course, these kinds of things does happen um, from time to time. Eventually happen. I mean, you expect someone to get really hurt for these kinds of things, which does happen, of course. But thankfully, not this time. You expected, yeah, someone to get really hurt. You expect everybody or someone to get hurt, critically injured, I guess. But thankfully, that's not the case here. Thankfully, that didn't happen here, folks. Of course. So thankfully, no one was hurt, of course. So yeah, I just thought this would be a good way to talk about something Disney related, of course. And as expected, of course, there's going to be some major changes, of course, when it comes to things. I mean, you have to make improvements anyway, and I'm pretty sure that's what Walt Disney would have wanted to do when he was around. I'm pretty sure that's what he would have wanted to improve certain aspects of it, really. And when you think about it, he was always doing that. He was always thinking on how to improve certain things and whatnot when it comes to the theme park itself. And I guess in some ways it's kind of sad that he never really finished his vision. Anything about he never really finished what he wanted to do, but it's still around. I guess on the bright side, it is still around. But yeah, thankfully, people still don't mind going to these theme parks. People still don't mind and whatnot. So there's that, I guess. So unless at least on a positive side, not trying to make this too depressing, really. But yeah, even though I guess his dream was never completed when he was alive, really. But at least on the bright side, it's still going strong. People still come here. People are still watching his movies and whatnot from when he was alive. And his studio still goes strong in a lot of ways, of course. I would wonder how he would have felt about a lot of the CGI stuff that's being made nowadays. I am curious about that. But I would also wonder what he would think about the theme park nowadays if he had lived. How would he handle this situation that happened and whatnot? So it makes me wonder, what would happen really. And okay, I'm not really not trying to go into that too much really because it's not really about that specifically, but it just makes me wonder like what could have been if he was still around, and maybe would have he was in more better health maybe. Oh, at the very least lived longer. But anyway, that aside, yeah, this kind of stuff is to be expected. Really, this kind of stuff is of course does happen obviously, so it's not really surprised really. So there's that. So yeah, a lot of these kinds of things has occurred, and yes, there's been occasions where people had gone hurt, and yeah, and yes, unfortunately, in some ways, yes, there'll be some sort of neglect when it comes to theme parks. Maybe they're not paying. Maybe some people are not paying attention enough, or whatever the case. They'll take too long to fix anything. Of course, there's gonna be some repairs that need to be done anyway. So there's that, I guess you can say. So it's again, this seems like something that they need to be more on about, and they need to, look over some stuff anyway. When you think about it and whatnot, it's something they do have to do, obviously. But yeah, this kind of stuff is, like I was saying, it happens fairly often and whatnot. So, but yeah, it happens. Kind of expect. The park needs to need a lot of repairs, especially considering the fact that a lot of people are coming to it. A lot of people are becoming quite often, of course, on a daily basis. So, of course, obviously, things get worn out. It happens. Things have to get fixed up, repaired, or just completely removed entirely. I think that's what I would have done to the lamppost right there. I would have just got rid of it and just got a brand new one instead of just fixing it up. I don't know. I don't run the park, so what do I know? But this is something I would have done if I were them. I would just got something completely different, just make it more of an improved version. I guess you would say and whatnot. But yeah, that's something I would have done, of course, and whatnot. So here we are talking about this, some repairs and whatnot. It goes for any theme park. Actually, it goes for literally any theme park out there. But yeah, it's something that does happen, especially when you have a lot of people coming around. So yeah, not that far from the lamppost itself, like I was saying, was a lot of glass, of course, which broken and rolled away and whatnot from the lamppost itself, from where it landed. Thankfully, yes, there were people. There were some people that were able to, pick it up. A lot of people, no one was hurt, like we're saying. So I guess if you want to take, I guess, take some a good note of this. I guess on the bright side, at least nobody was hurt really, like at all. Like we're saying, fuck. But yeah, thankfully it was fixed up and whatnot. So all in all, it looks like this experience wasn't too bad, even though this was spotted. Of course, yeah, someone spotted this, of course, on two pictures, like I showed earlier. And yeah, you don't expect it to happen. I mean, okay, deep down, you know it happens. You just don't really expect it to happen. But for what it's worth, they do it, like I was saying earlier, folks. They do have the money to repair all of this. They do it, they can afford it. Of course, you should be careful anyway. Just because you have a lot of money, that doesn't mean you should excuse anything. That doesn't mean you should you know just blow your money away or lazily. You should make sure that these things should be tip top shape to begin with. Because like I mentioned, I don't know how old lamppost is. Maybe it was too old anyway. Maybe it was too weak from the bottom, perhaps, and it had to be fixed anyway. So this kind of feels like maybe they could have prevented it. Again, thankfully no one was injured, but could have been injured. Somebody could have been injured. So maybe this was because no one was looking at it until it was too late, I suppose. But I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of people working there. You don't have people just supposed to be repairing the place anyway. And I know they have a lot of people going around the clock to have things fixed anyway, whether it's the bathrooms, the theme, or the rides themselves, anywhere around the theme park. So yeah, I guess that'll be it, folks. I guess there's that. As always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.